Sunday morning service had just ended at Black Hollow Baptist Church. Brother Jack Stone stood near the front doors, shaking hands as the last families filed outside. As Sheriff Mercer headed toward the exit, he looked up at the old painting of Lady Justice above the doors, just as he always did. But this time, the scales were moving. Slowly, one side dropped. Mercer stopped. A concerned look crossed his face. Brother Jack noticed. "Something on your mind, Sheriff?" "Always. That's why the Lord made Sundays." Mercer stepped outside. That's when he heard hoofbeats. Old Jim Tolliver was riding toward the church. Jim came to town every couple of months for supplies, never on a Sunday, never without pelts or knives to sell, and never looking for Mercer. Until now. Jim stopped beside him. "Need you to come with me, lawman." Jim led the way on horseback. Mercer followed in his patrol unit to the edge of Black Pine Forest. From there, they continued on foot. 10 minutes later, Jim stopped. A dead deer lay in the leaves, ravaged and half-eaten. Mercer looked at him. "You brought me all the way out here for a deer?" Jim said nothing. Mercer looked up. There was another one, then another. 5 more lay scattered through the trees, all ravaged, all half-eaten. Mercer slowly stood. What did this? Don't know. That answer bothered Mercer more than anything else could have. Jim Tolliver always knew. Jim looked toward the dead deer. "Found the first one 6 nights ago. Been finding more every morning since." Mercer studied the carcasses. "Wolves?" Jim shook his head. "No. Wolves eat what they kill." Mercer looked at him. "These didn't?" "Some." Jim looked toward the others. "Rest they just tore apart." Mercer looked into the trees. "Why come get me?" Jim was quiet for a moment. "Been out here near 50 years, lawman. I know what belongs in these woods." Jim stared into Black Pine Forest. Something new moved in. A distant howl rolled through the trees. Jim's eyes moved toward the distant ridge. Even the walker's been quiet. At the edge of the forest, Jim tightened the saddle on his horse. Mercer stood beside his patrol unit. "You going back out there, Jim?" Old Jim looked toward the tree line. "Ain't got nowhere else to go, lawman." He climbed back into the saddle and disappeared into the woods.